We're following breaking news on this very busy Sunday, a mass shooting along South Street in Philadelphia. I'm Chris O'Connell. Let's get you caught up on what we know tonight. Police say 3 people were killed, 11 others were shot near 3rd and South Streets last night. At least 5 different guns were used. Investigators believe the shooting may have started as a fight, and one of the people killed may have been involved in that fight. There were hundreds of bystanders. 11 of them were shot, ranging in age from 17 to 69 years old. So far, one victim has been identified. A Pennsylvania teachers union says 22-year-old Christopher Minners was killed, a second-grade resident advisor at Girard College. Philadelphia police say an officer shot at a suspect and believe that person may have been hit. He dropped a handgun with an extended magazine. Police officials reacted today.
These incidents have an exponential effect on our community, and it not only impacts the individual that's been directly victimized, but it victimizes their loved ones, their families, and their neighborhoods all over the world. It's unacceptable. It's beyond unacceptable.
What we know is there's a video of a confrontation. Those individuals, as the commissioner said, one was a decedent, one's a shooting victim. We know they're involved. We think they shoot several people, some of them being innocent victims. As far as the other 11 non-fatal shooting victims that we have, we don't know if any of them played any kind of role in this. We don't see it at this point.
But we definitely beefed up patrol along the South Street corridor to try to prevent an incident like what occurred last night. But unfortunately, it happened. But we were covering multiple locations across the city where we were receiving intel from various folks.
Well, police say starting tonight they are changing traffic patterns and adding closures to the area. Our Marcus Espinoza talked to people who witnessed the chaos last night.
People were screaming, and there were more gunshots coming from other directions.
A deadly mass shooting erupts on the busy and crowded South Street section of Philadelphia just before midnight.
There were multiple people shot on South Street. These cars were spotted.
When the crowd cleared, there were many people lying on the ground, not moving.
Tim Burke lives with his wife and pup just above where the shooting happened. He said the entire moment was horrifying.
There were some walking wounded, too. There were people bleeding. There were people screaming, just going in all directions.
Was it a gunfight?
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely. People were people were firing at one another in a giant crowd.
South Street is a common and crowded night spot in the city for locals as well as tourists. In this angle from local surveillance footage, you can see hundreds gathered calmly, and then suddenly everyone begins fleeing for their lives.
District 4 and South, this is the Ulster Police by radio, shots fired.
It's like it's up in the air. It's like the Wild Wild West. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It's too much. And I've been working on this street off and on for the last 30 years. And this is the worst it's ever been.
Another neighbor telling us when it comes to the constant gun violence in this city, outrage should be at an all-time high.
Our last hope is outrage so great that we march to Washington like Martin Luther King did in the 60s. It made a difference.
You're taking a look at chalk outlines of where multiple shell casings were found after the pandemonium. Right now, Philadelphia police going through tons of surveillance footage. There were many businesses open at the time of this shooting. When everybody scattered, running for their lives, they continue to investigate. In Philadelphia, Marcus Espinoza, Fox 29 News.
As this story continues to develop, keep it locked right here to Fox29.com and the Fox 29 News app for any updates. And of course, we'll have more tonight on the Fox 29 10 at 10.